So, another trailer was released for the upcoming mobile game Godzilla vs. SYMPHOGEAR, which, in case you missed it, is a sort of crossover event between the Godzilla franchise and an anime franchise known as SYMPHOGEAR, which has gone through several seasons by this point and is, well, difficult to summarize for those who haven't seen it. Basically, it's a long-running live-action kaiju franchise alongside a not quite as long-running but still quite significant anime franchise. And they're coming together in a mobile game. We got a little teaser trailer a couple weeks ago that announced it, but now we've got a trailer that reveals just a little bit more. And when I say little, I mean very little. It is structured in such a way that it does give the illusion that there might be a plot, but ultimately I can't say it reveals anything too great. We're still talking about a crossover. It gives you the setup of kaiju attacking the city and somebody stepping up to stop them, in this case the SYMPHOGEAR characters. But otherwise, we don't really get any gameplay. We don't really get a sense of who the characters are if you don't know anything about either franchise. It just sort of presents this scenario and is promoting the game. But that doesn't mean we don't have anything new to discuss. For example, this character has Godzilla-based armor. I don't know who she is. I am more familiar with Godzilla than I am with SYMPHOGEAR. I'm just looking into it since I learned this was announced, so I'm not familiar with the characters. I don't know if she's brand new or if she was introduced just for this game. She doesn't look familiar from any of the clips I have seen, I'll say that much. But she's got Godzilla-based armor, so she's clearly going to be prominent in this, and I don't know if this armor is going to be indicative of something all the SYMPHOGEAR characters will have, or if just she will have it, but that is a specific feature, and it's interesting looking armor, very complicated, but still recognizable as emulating Godzilla. We really only ever see it from this angle in the proper art style. We do also see it somewhat in chibi form, but that takes away some of the details in order to get the effect. So it's hard to give a proper thought on what it really looks like just yet. But it looks like SYMPHOGEAR armor redesigned to have a Godzilla aspect, I'll say that much for it. But also worth noting is that apparently Godzilla won't be the only monster in this. There will be others. As you can see behind me, King Ghidorah and Gigan are featured, and Mothra and Mechagodzilla, specifically the Millennium version named Kiryu, are also shown in the trailer. So, again, I don't really know what that means based on this trailer. Like I say, no gameplay is shown at all, so we don't know what role these monsters will play. We don't know if you'll be able to play as the monsters or if you're just playing as SYMPHOGEAR characters. We don't know if there will be factions, because these two are clearly bad guy monsters. Mothra and Kiryu are good guy monsters. Godzilla could go either way depending on the interpretation. But even so, it is interesting to note that they are bringing in more monsters than just Godzilla. So this is going to be a large-scale crossover, or at least medium-scale. They've got more than just Godzilla, so they're clearly putting a bit more effort into it. But ultimately, that's about all I can say for it at the moment. Like I said, since learning about this whole crossover, I have been looking more into SYMPHOGEAR. I have not seen a full episode just yet, but I definitely am curious based on the clips I've seen. I want to know more, because it really does look interesting. It looks ridiculous, mind you, but it looks like my kind of ridiculous. And, well, that's about all I can say at the moment. It's Godzilla and anime getting mashed together, and the anime of all things is a sci-fi musical with Yuri overtones. So, yeah, consider me curious. So it may not be a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, but it is still evidence that Godzilla isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And what the future holds is gonna be different. But maybe it'll be a good kind of different this time. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omniviewer signing off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it as well as subscribe to the channel for more content of a similar nature. Also, check the description for links to our Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon pages, as well as the Amazon link for the novel Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, penned by yours truly. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.